Hello everybody. For a while I've been watching videos in the style of a day in the life of an egg profession, and I always found it fascinating how different people doing different jobs live their lives. So I thought I'd make a video of what it is to be an author on the daily. In general, I try to wake up early. It's not always easy, of course, but I find that the older I grow, the easier it gets, which explains why my grandparents were waking up well before sunrise. My gym is about 40 minutes away from my house and it's usually a nice walk, but today I'm taking any scooter because honestly it's getting a little too hot for me. I try to spend around half an hour doing cardio, but that is on good days, and then do sets on machines. Anyway, after I'm done, I take the scooter back home where Poco, my 12-year-old mutt, is waiting for me. At this point I make myself some breakfast and will give some food to Poco as well. I generally try to eat breakfast after the gym as it's better for what I'm trying to achieve. After breakfast and a shower, I'll sit on the balcony for a bit and do some admin work. I try to schedule my time in such a way that I do not have a lot of distractions when I eventually sit down and write. So this will be the time when I respond to emails, note things that I need to take care of in my calendar, or carry out tasks that already exist in my calendar for that day. This can take anywhere between half an hour to 2 hours, though I generally try to keep it below 1 hour, even if it means that I'll need to jump back to it in the afternoon. Once admin work is done, I try to walk Poco, though lately he's having his own opinions about when he's supposed to go out. Thankfully, he was very eager to go for a walk today and the weather was lovely. Walking Poco is a great chance to listen to audiobooks, which is my preferred method of reading, or listen to a podcast. In the past few months though, I switched to not actively listening to anything, or I just put on some music on my headphones. I like to think that letting my mind wander is good for me, and it also gives me time to consider things about my stories, my characters, and what I want to write. I always have my phone with me so I can make a recording if I think of something and I don't want to forget it. And this can be anything really. It can be as big as an idea for a whole book series, or as small as a scene in a book, or even a quirk of a character who was brewing in my head for some time. It is during these walks that a lot of the issues I have with my work in progress resolve themselves as well. For example, if I feel a scene doesn't make sense or is too weak, I let the problem sit for a bit. More often than not, a solution will present itself, and it's only during times where I let my head gather its thoughts that it does so. Once we're done with our walk, I get my bag ready and go to my favorite local cafe to write. I used to write from home, but after going through a burnout that lasted more than a year, I found out that writing outdoors works better for me now. At the time I was writing from home, I was also working from home, so I spent too many hours on that desk, and that wasn't really great for productivity. Working from cafes has the pros that I get to enjoy great coffee, I occasionally meet people, and as a bonus, the words come easier to me. There's something about a place where everything is changing all the time that allows me to focus on what I'm writing, while a small change back home is enough to distract me. This is my favorite keyboard. It's a Keychron K6 with colorful keycaps that I chose myself and silent alpaca switches. I used to like the clickety-clack of the mechanical keyboards, but trying to write in a silent train one time made me want to change that. But I still love the feeling of this keyboard. Of course, any keyboard would do the job, right? But since typing is my job, I figured I'd use a tool that I love. I usually spend 3 to 4 hours in the cafe writing. I use Discord to communicate with other authors, and also use a tool where we can virtually write together. I prefer writing in sprints, which I suppose is called Pomodoro in the business world. In my case, I write for 50 minutes and then take a 10-minute break where I just stare at the sky to rest my eyes from the screen. I try to do 3 to 4 sprints during the day, and on a good day this can be up to 5,000 words. But that is of course if my mind doesn't chase a social media squirrel or gets called to deal with admin tasks or something like that. In this period I average around 3,000 words per day, and I only write Monday to Friday, as I find it's very important to rest if I want to treat my writing career in a sustainable way. Since my books are around the 100,000 word mark, this means that I can write a book in 6 to 7 weeks. I try to create a good outline of any book I plan to write for about a week and then spend another week editing it after I'm done writing. So start to finish, a book will take me a bit more than 2 months. There are other things that increase the time frame, of course, like working with editors and proofreaders, but that isn't as much under my control as my personal efforts. There are times when I feel I can write more in a day, of course, but I'm trying to keep a healthy attitude towards writing, so I stop around 5 p.m. I may look at my emails and social media after that or do some more admin work, but today there's a big party in the center of the city, so I think I'll be checking that instead. This is the spiritual successor of the Love Parade, and even though my raving days are past, I can still appreciate the energy. Also, I like walking and enjoying a beer if the weather is nice. After meeting with some friends, we have a few cocktails at a bar where you describe things you like and they make a cocktail that you will most probably enjoy. I like sweet things and rum, and I think they nailed it. Getting back home, and I decided to relax and do some research. But since I'm writing LitRPG, a genre that is closely related to video games, research means playing Dragon Quest on my projector. I try to make time for video games almost every day, but I rarely play more than half an hour before I fall asleep. And that's it. This is a day in the life of a fantasy LitRPG author. I hope you enjoyed it, and I would love to hear if you have any questions or even suggestions in the comments below. And who knows, if enough people like and subscribe to this video, maybe we will make this a more regular thing, as I really enjoy the process. Bye!